Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Sydney, and today, surprise, surprise, we got a Figure Friday. We got a lot to get through, so let's go ahead and hop into it. There's a few that I'm super excited to talk about, so yeah, let's go ahead. As always, we are starting off with the Nendoroids on the list, which we have a decent amount. Okay, so I'm going to talk about one that doesn't have a prototype yet, but I'm just so excited about the announcement itself that I had to throw it in, and I will keep talking about it as, you know, it gets its prototype made, and as soon as it's up for pre-order, it will hop on another Figure Friday list, so I'm just so excited about it because I never thought we would see the day. And that is, we are getting a Tomoe from Kami-sama Kiss Nendoroid. Shoujo girlies are winning, finally. I have really high hope that this could lead us to potential scale figures and stuff like that. Personally, if we also are getting into more shoujo stuff, I would love a re-release of the Kimi no Todoke Nendoroid. That one is like one of my like grail Nendoroids because I love Kimi no Todoke, and I need that Nendoroid so bad. So I'm just excited that we are finally kind of in the right direction with this. So shoujo girlies, we are winning. So moving on, we have some Evangelion Nendoroid re-releases. I think this one has been out for a little bit, but obviously I didn't have like a video talking about it yet. So we do have Shinji. They did re-release his Nendoroid, so that's why it's like I'm so happy every time I see a re-release of anything, because it just feels so good as a figure collector to not have to fight and pay aftermarket prices for, especially Nendoroids. Like scale figures, I still like think we really need to cap off how bad some of those get on the aftermarket, but those are a little more understandable. But like paying almost $200 for like a Nendoroid, or even like 100 and something, it's kind of insane. So I'm very excited to see a re-release. Like, look at that. These are honestly super cute, I will say. I love this like whole like scene and pose. I think it looks amazing. So look at him, little bag. It's just adorable. And then following that, they did re-release Nagisa as well. Of course, can't do one without the other. Again, kind of same concepts. Few little extra things, like you have this kind of, I guess, barrier. I'm not gonna lie, I have not watched all of Evangelion, so I do not know. I actually haven't even got to the point where Nagisa is there, so. But he does look cute. I feel like he will be like my favorite character once I do like get back into the show, so I'm like tempted to just go ahead and pre-order it anyways, because just exciting. Again, I love seeing re-releases. And then sticking with the re-release, we have the Rei, and this is, I believe, the school uniform version. I'm assuming it doesn't say that, but I don't know what else you would call this, because they have like 3 or 4 different types of Nendoroids for Rei and Asuka. So Asuka also got a re-release too. So if you have been looking for this duo, now is your chance. I love all the like pieces that they gave her. I think it's really well fitting for her character. Love the little blushy face. I think everything's really cute on this, honestly. Like I love this for some reason. But all looks super cute. And then of course Asuka, also looking very adorable in her little uniform. I love the face plates that they gave her. I feel like it really shows her personality. So like these are just all so cute. I love this though. This one especially. It's super cute. And then moving on, we have another Tears of Themis Nendoroid. I love Tears of Themis. It is one of my favorite games to play, like favorite Otome games to play. If you have not given it a chance, if you like Otome games, give this one a chance, because I feel like it's very unique. And I really like the kind of like female lead that they have for this game. I feel like she's still very like independent and strong and smart, which I feel like sometimes they don't do with like a lot of Otome games. So I really like Rosa, like the lead female in that. So I highly recommend it because they have some good cards going on too. And they always have fun events and different things going on. So you always have a lot to keep going back on, because I mean it's made by Hoyoverse, so of course it's gonna be a good gameplay. I love all of Hoyoverse's games, so super good. But anyways, back to Ben. They have been releasing the Nendoroids on the characters' birthdays. So the last one we're waiting for is Luke, but I have, of course, pre-ordered all of the ones that are out so far, especially Artem. I actually ordered them twice because I'm such a sucker, and the Chinese version has a bit of a different pre-order bonus than the US version. The US one, you get like an in-game like code, like a banner that you can use like for your like a nameplate or something. I don't know how to describe it, but you do get a code for that. So of course I have to have everything. Cheers, Athenas. So I always order the Chinese one through a proxy, and then I always order the regular one on Good Smile. But I think they did a fantastic job with all of them. Ben is no exception. He looks amazing. Very fitting for his character. I mean, I feel like there's not a lot you can do with them, unfortunately. So I feel like the poses are kind of limited, but I do think they did a really good job with what they have. Of course, Ben has T. I love that facial. Like, this is like one of my favorite like face like expressions he makes. Of course, he's got the little watch. I do love this. So like the glasses off. They did go with that one. And then here is like what the nameplate would look like on the game. But these are just super cute. I think this was the Chinese bonus, which is just like in a little acrylic thing. But again, I'm a sucker. I will buy everything. Moving on from Love is War, we do have Hayasaka Ai. I feel like I said that wrong, but I don't love it. I do like that. I do like the little mic. I wish they had the little Kaguya for like the little bag, like a little like clip of Kaguya on there would be cute. You can get the phone, which actually I don't know if that's a bonus, but I feel like it's pretty lackluster what they gave her. She seems very flat to me, especially compared to the rest of them. Not that a lot of the rest of them have been like made good, like with good quality. So I do wonder how the new ones will turn out. How, if like the quality will be any better. So I don't know though, she just seems very flat. I do have her scale figure, which I haven't opened. I've had it for a while, and I feel like that's good enough for me. Like, I don't feel like I will pick up this Nendoroid. It just is not doing it for me. Up next we have from Doki Doki Literature Club, Yuri. She looks very cute. I think they did a great job shading her hair. I believe all of them have officially been made and are at least out for pre-order, if not fully available for purchase or like in stock, kind of stuff like that. So I think she was the last one, but I haven't played the game, so I can't say a lot on this, but I do actually really like what they have done with these. This especially is just such a cool detail that they added. I don't know, I just really like it. I think they're very cute. I like the idea of them. Maybe I will play the game and it'll give me incentive to buy them, but no, this is my favorite though. I like this kind of like spooky element that they added, which I know is a part of the game, but it's really cool to see in actual like figure form. And moving on, we have Mash from Mashal, of course. I am thinking about picking these up because I do love Mashal. It's so funny. It's just one of those shows I just love to watch when I just want a good laugh, and they have some great like fights and battles and everything in it too, so it's like a really good combination. But I am such a sucker for Nendoroids with weights, so I definitely think I might pick them up just also for that alone. But they did a great job with like the like facial features or like the facial expressions, because he's not a very expressional character, but I think they did a fantastic job adding what they could. I love, again, these little elements of like the broken wand, him lifting weights. I do really like the base. But yeah, no, I think it looks fantastic, honestly. And then of course the cream puff just looks so good. And then following that we have Lance, which I love like his character design. I do like him as a character besides like a few features. of his personality that I'm like, but I do like his character design so much, so I might end up picking this up. I think they also, again, did a great job with the facial expressions and adding some of the more iconic like moments to his Nendoroid. I think they did a really good job capturing his personality, so I am a big fan of that. Of course, the locket, I do wish they would just put like the actual picture kind of like printed into the locket or something. I know that would be hard to do, but like that'd be such a nice little detail. But yeah, his earring, everything, I think they did a really good job, and the shading on his hair looks really good as well. Up next we have Devalio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I think, again, JoJo Nendoroids always hit. They're always great. I love them so much, and they always have the best bonuses. Like, the bonuses are 100% necessary every single time, because they're not just like, you know, I hate when like Good Smile, they're just like little rubber straps. They always add something great for the character, like such little wonderful little details. Like with this one, you get the frog, like the frog phone, and then this whole other like facial like plate. Like, this is a great piece. This is an amazing bonus. Like, you kind of have to have it. Like, this is so iconic to the scenes in JoJo. So this to me is an absolute must. Like, you need the bonus. Like, come on, that looks insane. I love it so much. But again, I also just love kind of how they even were able to design the hair and kind of do, because like he doesn't really have like his shirt. So I'm kind of impressed with how they were able to make that design happen, because his shirt is very unique. But again, I always love the little details that they add. The facial expressions are amazing. I love that the joints are articulated to really hit those wonderful JoJo poses. Like, everything's just so good. Like, these are amazing. And then up next we have Toji from Jujutsu Kaisen. Of course, got his worm wrapped around him. Very nice smug facial expression, very fitting for Toji. I really think they did an amazing job with his facial expressions and adding just like the right amount of details for like muscle definition, even like with like the shirt and everything. Base, always like their little bonuses. I personally don't collect like the Jujutsu Kaisen Nendoroids because I'd much rather have the scale figures, and I know Kotobukiya is making one that I'm very excited to see how that's going to turn out. So I'm just waiting on that to come out because I think it's going to be great. But I will say his Nendoroid does look really good if you're not looking to drop money on a scale figure, or if you do collect the Nendoroids. I do think he turned out pretty amazing. And most of the time, because I do actually have one Jujutsu Kaisen Nendoroid, and that is Toge. And I love him, and I do think the quality is really great. And from what I can see from pictures and videos from other people, that a lot of the Jujutsu Kaisen Nendoroids are really nice. So I don't think you would be too disappointed if you picked it up. And up next from Honkai Star Rail, which is a game I actually love playing so much, we have Dong Heng, and I think he turned out amazing. I am so excited about him. I have pre-ordered him. He is my baby. I love him so much. He is, I just love him. He's just so, like, his like aesthetic and stoic personality, I love it so much. And I really enjoyed kind of getting to know some more of his backstory during like the last main story that they had in the game. I don't know how that like breaks up, but either way you get to learn more about him. And from that I was able to also get the, well, I don't want to spoil anything, but I do have another character that I was able to get during this time that I love, and it's like perfect. So I don't want to spoil anything in case you haven't got to that point of the game. I don't know if that would be a spoiler, but I don't want to ruin anything. But I love him, and I think they did a fantastic job. Oh my god, the perfect like posing with his like this, what do they call those? I'm like blanking on what they call them because it's not a sword, right? Either way, spear? Yeah, that's it. Oh my god, the little phone. It's just, he's just so bored with everything. Oh, and then the little leaf. Oh my god, I love this so much. And then of course, I have to have this bonus Shikishi. It looks amazing. I'm very excited about this. I know some people in the comments were not happy because he got released before a lot of Genshin ones that have been waiting probably like a year, not even like made a prototype of. To be fair, yeah, that does suck, but like I feel like we're taken away from an Nendoroid that we should be excited about, that I'm excited about, and I kind of hate when like people get mad when these get released before something else. Like maybe he was just a simpler design that they could do, and maybe they really want to work hard on the other ones that they're designing. So I would rather wait longer for them to turn out good. That's just me. But I feel like my poor baby did not get the love he deserved in the comments. And up next, from Hunter x Hunter, we have Leorio, finally. He usually does not get like any love for like any really figures. So it is nice to see his Nendoroid be made. I think he turned out pretty good. I mean, he doesn't exactly look like Leorio, but like I feel like it's kind of he's kind of more hard to design in like a chibi form than the other characters do, if that makes sense. But I love all the details that they gave him. All the little facial expressions are very fitting. And of course you get, I believe this will probably be a pre-order bonus, this kind of background, which I kind of hate the backgrounds for the pre-order bonuses. I wish they would do something more, but you know, whatever. But overall, I think he turned out pretty good. And staying on the line of Hunter x Hunter, we have Illumi. He turned out really great as well. They do such a good job with this like scary faceplate that they've given him and Hisoka. So I'm just impressed. Like that's terrifying. I don't think I could display him like that. But I do like this very like smug face. I think he would look amazing if you have the Hisoka Nendoroid. But yeah, I think they did a really good job like adding his different expressions and really just putting in like the amount of details that you can, because I feel like there's not a lot you could give him, but what they've done I think is really good. Right, we're going to move on to the pop-up parades, and starting us off we do have the Komi from Komi Can't Communicate, the pop-up parade, the limited edition version of her in kind of like this maid outfit when they did kind of like the cafe event for like their school festival, I'm assuming. That's pretty common. I think this is okay. I feel like they just made it a little too chubby. Like I don't know, like it has potential to just be really cute, and I just feel like they kind of missed the mark. I feel like this works better in the chibi form, like the Nendoroid. I think that does work better. It has like kind of a more standard figure. I don't know. I think they could have just added the cat ears and then maybe the notebook, and that would have been good. And maybe like a more blushing face, but I feel like this face just does not work on this type of like figure. But if you are not a fan of that faceplate, they do have just the normal version, which I think is honestly amazing. Very interested to see how it turns out, because it would be something I might be interested in picking up. But again, pop-up parades are such a hit or miss. And then another Hunter x Hunter one, we have Leorio in a pop-up parade form. I think it turned out pretty good, honestly. Again, we'll see once they actually release it how it turns out, but I don't think the face is horrible. It's not great, but I guess it could be worse, but maybe I'm just expecting too much, but you know. And sticking with the Hunter x Hunter, we have Kurapika. Honestly, I think it's actually turned out really good. I'm actually pretty impressed with the face and just kind of the overall design of him. I think he turned out really well. I like the pose. I think it's very fitting for him, just kind of more of like a simple one. And then of course has his little chains. But yeah, no, I think he's actually, if I had to pick between him and Leorio, I would pick his, because I feel like his has the best potential of turning out the best. Where Leorio, I'm very concerned about how his face is going to actually turn out once it's fully done and in production. And then from Bocchi the Rock, we have Bocchi. I actually think they've been doing an amazing job with all of her figures. This pop-up parade is probably one of my favorite pop-up parades I have seen. I think they did a great job. I love the extra face that they added. I think it just looks so cute, and this is just so unique. Like, I feel like because Bochi is just such an expressive character and such a almost like an expressive anime. You have so much potential to make so many cool figures and designs that would all just be just the right difference that would keep people interested and want to buy multiples of like a character like Bochi. Because, you know, there's certain characters it's like sometimes it's very limited on what all they can do with the design. I personally try not to buy too many figures of the same characters unless I like completely love them so much. I'm like, I don't care if the pose is minimal light changes. But with Bochi, I feel like you're getting so many different designs. So honestly, I've been very impressed with what they have made from it. And then we have a Sword Art Online one. I do not care about Sword Art Online, not gonna lie. But why I wanted to talk about this one, and it's something that I hope to continue to see from Good Smile, is the bonus base. If we can start seeing more unique bases, I would be more inclined to buy them. Because to me, the current bases, or even any, I know they've like tried to change bases multiple times, it still just does not do it for me. But adding just like even a little bit of something like this, something that almost looks more like an actual prize figure base, I would be more inclined to buy them, because this adds at least some level of dimension and uniqueness to it, and it's a little easier, I feel, to fit in your collection as opposed to the ugly kind of hexagon bases that they have. And then I think they've been doing like kind of just even like white circle bases that are kind of like thicker. I don't know, whatever they're doing, it's ugly. If they could do more of this, I would be more inclined to actually buy pop-up raids. And up next from Samurai Champloo, we have Fu. Finally, I don't even remember them announcing her. So I was very pleasantly surprised to see her actually get made. And I think she's pretty cute. The face isn't amazing, but sometimes you just gotta take what you get. And this is one of the cases where it's like, you're lucky you get a figure of her. So take it. Even if it's not amazing, just be happy at least it looks somewhat presentable. Again, I feel like they could do a lot more. I'm a little nervous about how she would hold up if she would have a leaning problem in the future. Just kind of almost like hovering on her toes. It's like she's like jumping. I don't know. I'm very torn on how that would play out, or again, how they are planning to design the base for her. But I will say she does look very cute. She's kind of still missing the mark in certain ways, but that's what you get in a pop-up raid. Alright, I believe this is the last pop-up raid, and we have Nicholas from Trigun Stampede. I actually really love the character designs of like the Trigun Stampede, so I think this turned out amazing. I like the pose. I feel like they really tried to make these a little more unique or more dynamic, so I think he looks really good. The face, but if you don't look too close at that, and I mean I feel like that's not what you're going to be focusing on, it's not bad, but like face is really kind of throwing me a bit now that I kind of get a closer look at it. Like his mouth especially looks really weird, but everything else could distract it enough to be like, alright, that does look pretty good. Alright, we are going to move on to the non-scale figures, and up first we actually have a Figma, and it is a Berserk one. Femto? I have not read Berserk yet. I need to get into it. I know I'm gonna love it, but I just haven't not had the time to get into it, like any new media really. But I wanted to throw this in here because I do think these are really cool. I believe this is a re-release too. And I know Berserk is super popular, so if you missed it the first time, this is a great opportunity to get this one. And I love like the base. Like the base looks so cool that even though I haven't got into it yet, I kind of am really tempted. And like I'm not a Figma person at all, but I do really love this like added detail. Like it looks so good together that even I'm kind of tempted. Okay, actually I believe that might have been our only non-scale figure, so we'll just go ahead and start working our way through all the scale figures. And starting us off strong, we have a re-release of the Trigun, Bash and Nicholas. So we do have some really good ones. Kotobukiya always coming in clutch with the re-releases. This is the Badlands Rumble version. Not gonna lie, I've only recently got into Trigun, So I do not know all the details, but if you are looking for more of the original, I guess, manga design, this would be the figure for you. Even I pre-ordered it. I just think it looks so good. And it's only like $94 on AmiAmi, so again, code Bukia. They are keeping the prices top tier. But I will say I actually really love their faces and just like the overall dynamic flow that they have. You also get this, I believe, as like the pre-order bonus. And I don't know, like his face looks really good. I think they did an amazing job. I really like Code Bukia personally. And I'm very interested to see how this is going to turn out. I believe you will get both face plates even if you order through AmiAmi. At least it was showing that. I'm hoping that's not wrong because I want both face plates. So we shall see, but either way, I think it turned out really good. I really like it. And I'm pretty impressed. And again, the base detailing looks amazing and it flows really well with them. I just think this turns out so nice. So if you missed it the first time, actually I think this is like the third time it re-released, this is your chance. And sticking with that, here's Nicholas. Again, I think amazing job with the face. The extra faceplate is perfect. I really like how his weapon looks here. Like, I don't know, just everything was really cool about this. Like this is top tier, peak level Trigun figures. So I'm honestly really impressed with how these turned out. So then you also get this as like the pre-order bonus with him. I need to get more into like the older Trigun and kind of maybe get what those are, but I don't know, I love him. I love his face. He's so pretty. I love him. And moving on, we have a re-release of another Pokemon figure. Again, Code Bukia always coming in clutch with the re-releases, and this is very cute. I did not pre-order it, but I'm really tempted because I do love Pinlip. Pinlip, is that how you say the little Pokemon thing? But he's so cute with the little bubbles. It's adorable, and I do really like kind of like the finger cracking pose. I don't know. I always thought this character design was very cute and just so adorable. All the Pokemon figures are always so adorable though. And up next, from the Quintessential Quintuplets, we have Ichika, the wedding version by who makes this one? Amakuni and AmiAmi. This is a region restricted one, just a heads up. You cannot get it to the US. I don't think you can get it to really, like they have like a weird list of where you can get them sent to. So check that out and see if it is region locked for you, because if it is, you would have to get a proxy if you are interested in this figure. Personally, I think it's kind of ugly. I feel like it's really giving prize figure vibes, especially for how expensive it is. I really do not like the shine of her dress. I feel like even just her face and like her accessories look very price figure-y, very like cheap plastic. Just not worth what you would pay. I just am really heavily disappointed with how this turned out. But I really liked the other girls so far that they have out, like their wedding dress design. But I don't know, I feel like they just really did Ichika dirty. Like it's just kind of ugly to me. Right, up next from 86. I don't remember how to pronounce her name, so I'm not gonna butcher it, but she honestly looks really good. I actually really like this figure. Like the base is really cool too. Like, again, just like the like nice steady little details that I love that they add to like more simple figures like that. I think it looks really good. I think the paint job looks really nice. Like the shading of her hair looks good. I really like her face. Like I think they did a really good job with that. Kind of really nailed her like expression and kind of like that really pretty hair flow. Personally, I think this is probably one of the better ones that they have made. There's like a few that I've seen that I'm like, kind of feel like they're a little lackluster, but I think this one's actually really good. Like if I was gonna pick up any, it would definitely be her. I've never heard of Wanderer though as like the manufacturer, so I don't know what they have made, so I can't speak on that quality, but I will say this is a little pricey for kind of a more simple 1/7, but that's the figure world now. And then up next from Spy Classroom, we have Annette. I have not watched a series yet. This is a Katie Collect one. I like the concept. I would really like to know what the full base would look like to decide if I would like this. But I feel like she could very well have a bad leaning problem in the future. Like over time, I just feel like she would very much start sagging. But I will say, you know, the quality of figures are better than they were years ago. So who knows? I'm not 100% confident that it would lean, but I don't have the highest trust in figures that have very minimal stability. And if I'm going to pay a lot of money for them, I want my figures to last. But I feel like the hair is kind of flat. I feel like they could have added a little more shading, but I really would like to see what they do with the rest of the base to see how this would play out. Because if it's just something simple and then you only have these effect pieces, like, I feel like it can be done better. And then sticking with the Spy Classroom one, this company, I don't know them. El Coco? I have no idea who this is, but this is apparently a 1/7 scale figure that's very cheap. Like, I think most $50 or $60. So I'm very intrigued how it's going to turn out. I mean, it definitely looks kind of price figure-y. But again, for the price, and if it is actually a 1/7 scale, I would be very impressed. I would like to see the quality though on how it turns out. Like, will they cut corners in quality to keep it very cheap, or how is she gonna hold up? Because to have an actual scale figure be so cheap, it's kind of insane. But I don't like the series enough to buy it, but I'm very intrigued with this company, and if they can pull this off with this figure and then make some more figures like this, like more scale figures for a more affordable price, it could definitely become one of my favorite manufacturers, depending how everything turns out. And then another Spy Classroom one, Lily. Again, to go with Annette. I think, again, looks so good on this chair. Like, honestly, she looks amazing. The hair sculpting looks really good. But again, prototype and actual product could very, very well be different. But honestly, I'm insanely impressed if this is actually a 1/7 scale for a decent cost. And then up next we have an original character. What do they call her? And up next we have an original character, Pop Girl #1, made by Good Smile and, what was that, Trinket? It looks super cute. I love the base. Like, these little like cheese pieces look adorable. The little mouse itself is so cute. I love him. And I just really do like the concept and like the color and the flow of this figure. Like, this is so cool, and I like that the base seems like unique but like small enough that I wouldn't maybe take up too much space. She's super cute, I will say. Like, I like her coloring. Her eyes look amazing. This kind of clear jacket looks super cool. I also love like a nice streetwear design, but I will say I don't love like the wording in her hair. I think if it wasn't for that, I would be more interested in the figure. I'm very excited to see how she will turn out. I'm excited to see other people unbox her. I don't know if I will end up picking her up, but she does look really cool. It's just I'm not a fan of this like detailing into her hair. If they had it without that, I think I'd like it more. But then the hair also kind of looks cheap, like prize figure-y, because it's just very like too translucent. But I think that's obviously the vibe that they're going for with this figure, so it could turn out really well. But there's just certain things that like keep me from really loving this figure as much as I would like to. And up next we have Riza, and she is actually in a different outfit. Usually I feel like she's always in like her same kind of like traveling wear outfit. So here you actually have her in this very cute dress. I personally don't love the coloring. It takes a lot for me to like just like dress figures. I feel like those are not ever like fully my cup of tea, especially when I feel like they just kind of pick random characters to put them in. Again, maybe this is a scene that happens in the anime because it says something about like the TV anime series of it. She is very cute, but I just feel like she has better figures out there. But her face is adorable, and they nailed her little like extra tooth, like her little fangy tooth. It looks super cute. So, and I will say her hair actually looks very beautifully done and very beautifully painted. So I think she would turn out gorgeous. It's just not my cup of tea personally. And moving on, we have this, I don't know if it's like an original? I don't know. I don't know what the series is, but there is this 1/7 scale bunny style by Plum. I think she looks really cute. I don't love like the main face that you get, because if you actually want like this kind of like a smirk face, you do have to buy it from the Plum shop directly to get that bonus. And to me, this should have been the standard face. I get why they didn't, because again, they want to probably have like just sales to their sites that keep that exclusivity. But I don't love this. Like, I feel like there could be so much more that they could have added. I feel like it's not shaded as well as it should be, especially for the price that they're trying to charge. It just needs a little something more. But otherwise, I do think she's beautiful. I love a purple haired anime character, and this is like, if they have this just face easily accessible, I would be more tempted to get it. But for what it is, it's just not worth 25,000 yen. And up next we have an original character, Mask Girl. I believe the artist is YD, and it is done by Astrum Design. I don't know much about those figures. I don't think I have any figures from them, but I do know they have been making a lot of figures for this kind of collection, and I do love it because it's like a very unique, like more edgy streetwear vibe. And I love the hair. I love how like the bases are smaller. I love like kind of what they're doing with the cheeks. Here's kind of like the rest of them, I believe. You know, this one has already been released, and I ended up having to cancel mine sadly, but it's alright. So this one has been released. I believe this one is up for pre-order. Now she is up for pre-order, and then this one they are still waiting on. I do think they're all very cute and very unique. If I had the space, I would absolutely buy them, and I love her hair so much. I think it looks so pretty. The mask looks gorgeous. I don't really like her face without the mask. For some reason they don't have a picture of that on here, I don't think. Okay, here it is. I'm not a fan without the mask. I feel like that would definitely be something I would keep on, but it's very cute. I love a good translucent jacket, so I'm kind of tempted. I'm very excited to see how more of them turn out, and then potentially pick them up in the future. And up next we have from Windbreaker, Sakura. I don't know like anything about the series. I think it's just kind of like almost like a fight club, I don't know. But these figures are made by Union Creative. So you do have just kind of the standard one, which honestly looks kind of awkward, the pose, without the flag, because the one that I ended up pre-ordering, and I might change my mind in the future, I just kind of felt drawn to get it, they have a flag. So without it, it looks kind of weird. Oh, he's got like the different eyes. That looks really cool. I like that. But otherwise, the figure is very simple. I just feel like it's not worth picking up without the flags. So, like, see, this just to me makes all the difference. So I ended up getting this one. These ones are kind of more limited to get, so just a heads up if you are interested. But the flag just really makes the pose, because without it, it looks just so doofy. But I do really like his character design. I like the split hair, the double, like the different eye colors. So I need to get into the series to see if I even like it, but I really like the concept of the designs. And then they also have another character from there. Again, the flag just makes the poses. I feel like if you're getting them, you have to get the flag. And you can get it on Ami Ami. It's got the little facial scar. Again, Union Creative is just not the greatest company. Like, I feel like, again, like his face, like, I mean, it kind of looks prize figure-y. So that's why I'm kind of not, I'm very torn on if I'm going to keep my pre-order, because I do like the concept of the characters, but that face is just not looking good. And up next we have an Arknights figure. It is made by Good Smile Company, a 1/7 scale. I will say I love it so much. I wish I had room and money for it. I might end up trying to pick her up in the future because I love this design. It's so cool, and just like that perfect like streetwear like design. I think her face looks beautiful. I love the hair flowing over like this kind of like, what is that, a bear cat? I can't think of names of anything. But I just think they did such an amazing job. Like, look at her outfit, her sculpt looks beautiful, her hair looks beautiful. I am just obsessed with this. Like, this looks so amazing. Oh my god, even like the details to her, like, kind of like stockings. Oh my god, even her shirt has kind of like beautiful detailing. She just looks so cool. The base looks amazing. I am so tempted to pick it up, but I'm trying to have some self-control. I might get her later, but oh my god, she's gorgeous. And then up next, from my ethos, we have S, and kind of continuing the A to Z line. I actually really like her character design a lot, and it's my ethos, so you know it's going to turn out really well. Oh, got some booty cheek, but I love her outfit so much. Like, all the detailing, it just looks so good. She looks so like powerful and like stern, and I love it. And I love the blue hair just like contrasting with the rest of the outfit. These are definitely ones that I want to pick up, like all of the different A to Z ones. I'm just like not super like feeling like I absolutely have to have them in my collection right now, but in the future I do think I want them. I think they look so powerful, especially S. I think she looks amazing, like right up my alley. And up next, from Freyrin, I think I'm saying that right, we have this beautiful 1/7 scale it's made by Design Coco and Madhouse, and it looks so good. But wait, so I think this like looks incomplete without Fern. Like, you have to get them together. And I will say it's very pricey because of that, because I mean it's two 1/7 scale figures, so it is like over $300, but to me I think it's so worth it. Like, this is gorgeous. Base is so cool and so unique, and like it just adds like such a beautiful splash of color. God, I'm a sucker for it. It turned out so good. Like, I did have to pre-order this, but I think they made Fern look amazing. I think her face, perfect. I think they did such a good job. I think her hair looks beautiful. Like, God, look at her face. Her face looks amazing, at least to me. Now, to be fair, I have not read the manga yet. I've only been watching the anime, and I love it so much. But to me, this looks amazing. Like, this is such a standout piece, and I feel like I would 100% regret not picking it up. So this, to me, this is like a must-have in my collection. And then Fern, let's see, let's pull up Fern's, because I'd like to get a close-up on her face. So I do like that they added a bit of like deeper, or like kind of like a lighter purple to the ends of her hair. I think they did such a good job on her outfit. I will say I feel like her face is a little off. I feel like personally they nailed Fern's face very well, but Fern, it's still good, but there's just something missing to me a little bit. But I do think it still looks really amazing, and I love the hair clip detailing. Oh, it's so beautiful. Like, to me, like, you have to have them both. Like, they're just too incomplete without both of them being there, because otherwise it does look a little awkward. So that is the only downside if you maybe only want one of the characters. It just like does not look complete without each other. And like, obviously I feel like they 100% did that on purpose, but like, they got me, I'm suckered in, I'm getting it. Alright, and then the last just kind of regular scale figure, we do have another beautiful banana fish Ashling's 1/8 scale made by, I don't even know how to pronounce that, Omnibus and Arma Bianca. I don't have any figures by them, so I do not know the quality, but it's Ash. It's banana fish. I obviously am a huge banana fish fan. I have a massive shrine of banana fish merch that I'm constantly adding to, and this is no exception. I can't wait to have this, and it's so nice to have an Ash figure though that just one really shows his beautiful face and makes him just look so happy and so sweet. This is a birthday illustration that they did one year, and I love it so much. I have a lot of merch with this birthday illustration on it just because he looks so happy, and the sunflowers are beautiful, and I love this like kind of like casual wear. It just looks so good I think they did an amazing job. Of course, there's a pre-order bonus, and it would be this canvas art. Of course, I picked up the pre-order bonus even though it's more expensive. This is a more expensive figure for sure, but I don't care. It's Banana Fish. I will drop whatever money I need. He is one of those characters that I will constantly get the figures for. But look how beautiful he looks with the sunflower. His face is just so good. They did an amazing job. Like, I feel like obviously he does need a little more shading. Oh my god, even like the details to the necklace. He does need a bit more shading, which I hope they will do. But I'm so excited to see this beautiful piece be made into a figure. Especially a scale figure. Like, I'm so beyond excited for this one. I would really love to see them make like an NG or Anji figure too. Like just him on his own. He needs one too. And shorter. We need the trio so much. Alright, lastly, we are moving on to the freeing bunnies. I think I only have about 3, so let's get through those real quick. Up first, we have Shuna from the time I got reincarnated as slime. This is a great piece, and also the best price we have seen for a bunny figure in a while. I think she's about like $185, which is insane that that's such a good price. But obviously she'll be a little smaller because she's a shorter character. But I love her. I think she turned out amazing. I will say I love like all of the slime bunny figures. They all turned out amazing. Like, this is probably my favorite like collection that they have made, because I feel like they do such a good job capturing the personalities. The flow of her hair is beautiful. Oh yeah, here's kind of like the lineup of what they could all look like together. I think it looks so good. What I love about this is I feel like they did such a good job kind of like nailing like her shy expression, and like her pose I feel like just really fits her character. And I also absolutely love this like baby pink pearlescent like bunny suit that they went with. The coloring is gorgeous. Like, I'm so glad they didn't do just a standard like white bunny suit. The coloring is perfect. Like, look at her face. Ugh, the little horns, everything looks so good. The little bow tie. And like, if they didn't, I feel like they need to do a little more shading on her hair and it would be like perfect, but for what it is, I still think it turns out amazing. Like, the flow of it is gorgeous. This is an absolute must-have. I'm so excited for this one. Like, definitely gonna be like one of my highly anticipated figures. And then also another slime one. I don't want to butcher her name. I don't really remember her. I need to go back and watch it. Like, the only problem with like binging series is like I kind of forget what happened. Or I kind of forget like some characters too. But I again love what they did with her. I think her facial expression's beautiful. The pose looks amazing. And I love this like almost like teal and purple like color scheme, because I think that's obviously kind of how her design is, but it just looks so good. I kind of like this little like tie. Oh god, everything about this, like every little detail is just amazing. Like, they really knock it out of the park, and like that is such a beautiful purple. Oh my god, I love it. And then ending this off on another re-release, we have the Fate Grand Order, the Sashi. I don't want to butcher that. I think that's how you say her name. The bunny version, and it is so nice to see Ring re-release the bunny with the tights. So I feel like a lot of people wanted this figure, so this is another great opportunity to get it. I believe there's also a 1/7 scale version if you're not wanting to dedicate to the 1/4. I believe that one re-released too, or if you can, I can't remember. But why do I feel like that one also re-released? But either way, beautiful coloring. I do really like what they have done with her character. Yeah, beautiful purple suit. Her hair sculpt is gorgeous, I will say. And I do love that she's holding the little wine glass. Oh, does she have like a little textured tail too? Again, all around just nice, beautiful details. It might be one that I might pick up in the future. I don't think I'll pre-order her, but I do love the little details that they added to her, because I do feel like that makes it just the right amount of unique. And again, I'm just a sucker for her hair. Like, it turned out beautiful. Like, honestly, I love that so much. Alright guys, that is all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And let me know in the comments what figures you are looking forward to. Alright, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!